Welcome to another Pick a Pile reading. This week we are going to dive into blessings that are coming your way. So, blessings come in many forms, as we know, and on a grander scale, everything that happens could be considered a blessing. But this is going to be things that are going to feel delicious, good. You're going to be grateful for them in the present moment. So we have 3 piles you can pick from. Basically, you pick using your intuition, and then you can go down into the description box below and click where the timestamp is for your pile, so you don't have to listen to them all. Okay, so we have pile 1, and it's going to be the object, this little mini heart. So if you're a mini person, you might be pile 1. Okay, and then pile 2 is a seashell. So if you're an ocean lover, maybe that's you. And pile 3, we got a feather. So if that feels like your pile, you're pile 3. Okay, and I'll catch you in your pile. Okay, so we're gonna start with pile 1. If you picked the mini pink heart, love it, rose quartz. Okay, so I feel like it's going to be a possibly slightly romantic week for you guys. We have this beautiful pink card, acceptance, number 3, pink calcite, and Archangel Anael. We have the Son of Air, and we have the Son of Cups. So you have 2 suns, which is interesting because oftentimes these court cards represent people in our lives. So 2 potentially younger men. And then we have the 4 of Wands. Oh, that's so fascinating. Okay, so let's get into this, shall we? Okay, I was tripping out because I knew there was another card, but I could not find it. It fell on the floor. Okay, so the Hierophant. I love this Hierophant. I'm a big crow gal. Shout out to my bestie, Jen, who is also a big crow gal. Oh my gosh, well, maybe I can give you a fun tip here too, because we have the 2 suns here. So this might not be for all of you, but for some of you, I feel like there is some romance brewing in your life, and there's more than one suitor. And one suitor is going to be a little bit more intellectual, a little bit more heady. You guys have good conversations. It's light, it's fun, it's quick. And that's going to be the energy of it, a good mental connection. And then we have the Son of Cups. There's going to be somebody else who's a little bit softer, a little bit more artistic, romantic, sweet, flows like water, a little bit more of that vibe. It might be more of a emotional connection, and they're both going to be coming into your field. And so essentially you can just enjoy yourself. It kind of feels preliminary, it kind of feels early on, especially with them both being suns. So just take it slow, get to know them, enjoy the connection, enjoy the attention, and enjoy the energy, because we specifically asked about blessings. So this is going to be a blessing that's going to come through, and it's going to feel good, it's going to feel fun, and who knows, it could maybe even go somewhere. So that is going to be for some of you. For others of you, and this might relate to everybody, but you are developing emotionally or artistically in some area of your life, and also intellectually in some area of your life. So you might be learning something new, and you might be kind of in this like growing and learning stage, both emotionally and on an intellectual level. And so you might kind of feel like yourself growing and expanding. And the Hierophant represents almost like structured education or learning around spirituality or any sort of like higher learning subject. So with this acceptance card, I'm getting the message that you might be feeling as if you're kind of in the learning stages of something again. You know, oftentimes we'll feel like we mastered something and come to a certain stage in our life where we're like feeling really confident and empowered, and then we get to enter this like next stage of learning and expansion, and it kind of makes you feel like young again. You know, there's this like you're on the precipice of discovering and anchoring in an even greater way of being. And so we could come into this place where we're like, yeah, it's really helpful to be learning actually from a specific institution, a specific structured setup that there already is that can teach me about the way things are in a cohesive manner. So for example, once we master something, you can like throw the books out the window. You can become more free flowing. It becomes a part of you and your intuition, and you can just play with it in your own intuitive way. But the way that we get there is by accepting that we are kind of young ones on this new journey of this new skill that we're learning. And anyone great is like always learning something new and willing to be the Son of Cups, the Son of Air at some new subject so that you can keep growing, you can keep learning. And the way to do that is to enter into a structure in which that knowledge is already held. And so when you can surrender to that and surrender the ego and just be present and receive everything and just absorb everything, and then know that at some point you being present in that process is going to lead to you being an embodiment of that wisdom, and then it can come through your specific flavor, your specific fractal of consciousness, and it can almost become something new and refreshed that is current to this age and that is current and reflective of the unique frequency that you're bringing to the planet. And so because this is a blessing, I'm feeling like this week you're going to have this sweet surrender to the process of growth and of learning in your life, and you're going to come to enjoy feeling like you're in this expansion period. The Sun is not as young as the daughter, so you're not like brand new, but you are growing and you are learning, and your acceptance of that and your presence within that process is what's going to bring through so many blessings for you, because you're going to be guided along this process, and you're going to essentially build your character and satisfy a deep part of your soul that is ready to expand. And that is going to be your blessing. So to sum it up, there might be some romance coming in for some of you. And for all of you, there's going to be this learning and this growth that is going to add to the depth of who you are in a way that is unique to you. And when you really surrender to it, that's when the process of learning and growing can be fun and can be satisfying, especially when it's something that you actually want to learn and grow into, not something that you have to. So many of us can be a little scarred from the process of learning all the things we didn't necessarily want to, and to really take back the power of how magical it is to learn and study and come to know things that you actually deeply desire to is really powerful. And then if you really do already feel like you're an absolute master at something, then it might be time for you to start to teach and share that. And we can teach and share one thing at the same time as we're learning and growing in another area. In fact, I feel like that's how people stay current and stay growing and stay expanding. It's something I think we can all aim to do. So that's your message. This acceptance is like really this peace. It's like this peace that comes to your heart and soul when you realize that you can surrender to not knowing everything, and like you can surrender to the present moment process of continual expansion and growth and learning, and know that like the present moment is going to bring you whatever you need to continue your evolutionary process. It's like a divine process. It's like not about getting to the end goal. It's going to be such a magical unfolding journey, and presence and surrender to the process is going to bring about so much magic and serendipity and things that you didn't even expect. So this process is blessed. Comment below what you might be learning, what you might be growing into, both emotionally, artistically, intellectually, and what else you're experiencing around this vibration of acceptance leading to divine flow. Okay, and then we're gonna do one other message. I forgot I wanted to do this. So this is the click pen. We're gonna do a click for you and see what your words of wisdom are this week. Step by step. Okay, that totally goes with the message. Exactly. It's literally just step by step. It's so much more enjoyable when you just let yourself be where you are and not look and be like, oh my God, there's like a huge mountain to climb. Because like once you get to the top of that mountain anyway, there's going to be another mountain. If you just enjoy where you are, in a way, you're always at the top of the mountain. Much love, many blessings, and we'll see you next week. Okay, pile 2. If you picked the shell, here we are. Group 2, you got a spiritual connection, ascended master, Saint Germain and amethyst, very upper center, upper chakra vibe. You got 8 of fire, insight, also very upper chakra vibe because spiritual insight, you're seeing from within. And then wheel of fortune, which is the spinning of the wheel of destiny. This is a destiny shift. And so what I'm getting for you, because this is the blessing that's going to be coming in for you this week, is that there is a deepening of a connection that you have to the spiritual realms right now. And when we open and we nurture that connection, and oftentimes it's so in accordance to divine timing when this connection deepens and develops. And yes, we do things like meditate and pray and connect with the divine that increases this power. But oftentimes there are moments, there are destiny points that we hit in our lives that are part of the greater plan, where we start to feel this connection growing and we show up to that and we nurture it and we open it even further, and we feel inspired to do so. Like it feels natural because we're meant to. And as the spiritual energy is connecting, as it's building, the wheel starts to turn. And this is going to be a turn for the better. It's genuinely, the wheel of fortune is like the wheel starts to turn, and it is so that you can make a move that's in alignment with the destiny of your own soul. And it's going to be blessed because it's coming through as your blessing. So that is a major shift that's happening. It's going to be unique to each of you because you each have a unique destiny, because you each are a unique fractal of God source consciousness. You're going to be brought closer to that this week. And then this 8 of fire, this insight, it is fast movement and like quick action that's like unfolding. And so I really see you're gonna have a clear vision of where you're going and what you're meant to be doing. So you actually might receive, through this enhanced spiritual connection, definitely nurture that this week and moving forward as much as you possibly can, through meditation, through prayer, through the things that bring you closer to your own soul and to the divine, God, the universe, whatever you call it. make extra time for that. It's going to be happening anyway, but you can always add to it and enhance it more. You're going to be receiving a powerful vision of where you are heading in your life and what to do next. And so when that comes through, because spiritual vision, when it comes through, oftentimes we receive this powerful message and it feels in the moment as if like we'll never not know the truth of what we're seeing and what we're experiencing. But the thing is, we do shift our state of consciousness all the time, all throughout the day, and our vibration all the time, all throughout our day. So it's like you have to remember the messages and the visions that you receive, because it's you who has to hold that vision, even when you're not in the frequency of the space where you received it in. It's the you that's not constantly in the state of the person who received the vision that then has to like be on the ground taking action towards making that happen in your life. But you are divinely supported, because the wheel is turning and it's beyond you spinning the wheel. The wheel is being spun. This is a cosmic wheel that is spun by the cosmos and by the cosmic forces. So no matter what, a big shift is going to be happening for you, but you will be receiving this vision through your increased spiritual connection, and it's going to feel so clear and beautiful and powerful. And that vision is a blessing, because receiving a vision of where you can go and what you're capable of, if you see it, it is without a doubt possible for you. And that vision is a gift, because you can hold it in your imagination, in your mind, as a divine vision. You continue to hold it, and you will eventually allow it to crystallize into form. So hold on to that vision. It is your sacred blessing. The wheel turning in your favor is a blessing, and I'm excited to hear how that is happening uniquely for you. So please comment below, let us know if you want to share. There's also a beautiful owl in this card, so maybe you're seeing owls, maybe you have been noticing them more as a synchronicity in your day-to-day, or maybe you will after you see this reading. But you have a deep wisdom within you, and the thing about owls is they have this incredible sight. And that's what this card is saying. You're going to have this spiritual sight. You're going to have this incredible insight. And also notice the sun on this card. And then notice the sun beaming in this card. There is going to be a beam of clarity that you're experiencing. And it's going to be amazing. And this beam of insight, it is something that's coming from a higher space, from the divine plane. You can utilize amethyst to help increase the powers of your sacred sight. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say is Saint Germain. As you're increasing this spiritual connection, it's one of my favorite things to do to call upon Saint Germain to cleanse my energy with the violet flame. It's a very powerful etheric light, and you can imagine like a violet flame just clearing your entire energy field. And something that I actually do is I say, I call my power back to myself from all timelines, spaces, places, and dimensions. I ask that Archangel Michael clear and cut any cords between myself and any external energy. And then I ask Saint Germain to cleanse and clear that energy with the violet flame, as all of it returns back to me, purified as my authentic divine essence. You can also genuinely just say, Saint Germain, please cleanse my energy with the violet flame, and imagine and see in your divine eye this violet flame cleansing your entire energy field. That is my hack for you. Also, I wanted to show you Saint Germain because he's such a powerful being. He's the homie. So you can picture that when you're calling upon him, if you so desire to, by your own free will. Okay. Much love, group 3. I'm excited for you. This is a very spiritually activated group, and there are positive shifts of destiny happening for you and powerful, powerful insight coming in. We're giving oracle pen messages to finish it off. The first group and the third group got the same message. Let's see if yours is different. Yours is different. Oh my god, but it is similar. Okay, yours is slowly and surely. Slowly and surely. So As these things happen, as your wheel of destiny starts to spin and you receive this divine insight and you move forward, just know that massive shifts are happening. Even if it seems like it's going so slow, a month is going to pass and you're going to be like, whoa, everything is different. And when that much change is happening, you just take things slowly but surely. Be sure, be confident in you and your path, and let yourself take it slow, especially when such big shifts are happening, especially when you're having such spiritual downloads, connections, and insight. It's okay to let yourself slow down because you're integrating a lot of higher vibrational energies, and sometimes also we can just get a little bit spacey. It's good to be safe. It's good to stay chill. Okay, much love. Bye. Okay, group 3, my loves. If you chose the feather, this is going to be your pile. So many cards came out for you guys, but I just could not put them back. I mean, it's a blessings reading, so if 4 cards pop out of one deck, I'm not going to hold back your blessings. So we're going to read all of them. Okay, so first of all, we have 4 of Wands, which is this card of like homecoming and celebration. So the number 1 message for you is to stop and celebrate how far you've come, because you have built and created and generated some very incredible things for yourself, I'm assuming, just in this year so far. And maybe you're like, oh no, I feel like I haven't done much at all. Really look back and like the things that you've done and what you've created, and take a moment, celebrate with yourself, celebrate with a friend, clock your wins, celebrate with any loved ones. This is like a card of comfort and home, and also celebration. Celebrate this foundation that you've begun to build. And doing that is important because it actually gives us a lot of spiritual energy to continue on building and to keep going. This is also looking to me like an eye, taking the time to celebrate and really clock your wins and be with the people that bring you inspiration and love, opens up your vision further to what you want to continue to build. Because this isn't stop, you're done. This is stop, celebrate, enjoy yourself, enjoy your loved ones, and then we're gonna keep going. Which brings us to the next card, the Spiritual Warrior. This is also the Chariot in the regular tarot. And I love that it's the Spiritual Warrior in this deck, because the Spiritual Warrior, I mean, that is what the Chariot is. It's this energy of I'm gonna keep going no matter what. And I think it is the strength that some people will have throughout their entire lives, and some people will learn it, and some people will have it and then they won't anymore, and then they'll relearn it, because you want to use that spiritual warrior energy, you want to use that chariot energy to go on the path of your destiny and the path of your own soul. And I think the reason why sometimes we lose that energy is because we'll use that chariot energy in the beginning of our lives for things that like actually aren't in alignment with our soul path, and then we're like, oh, that's toxic, hustle this, that's hustle that. We like don't want to use it anymore, but like that energy is meant to be used as the energy of the spiritual warrior. That energy of I'm going to accomplish what I came here to do no matter what, and I'm going to keep going. And I know that if I keep up, I will be kept up. I know that what I'm doing is going to have impact, and that's going to bring me such satisfaction. And of course, when it's necessary, I'm going to rest along the way. But this card is a sign of keep going. There will be a point to rest, but this is the point where you continue on with your mission. So first, stop and celebrate. This is the blessings coming in for you this week. So there is going to be an opportunity, a moment where you can reflect on how far you've come, and you can celebrate with people you love. Take the opportunity. It's going to be a blessing. And if you don't see it come through for you, make it happen, because that will be a blessed experience for you. And then you're going to get this fire and this energy to continue forth along like the spiritual warrior that you are, going forth with the vision of where you're going and the mountain that you're climbing and the structures that you're creating the legacy that your soul wants to leave, inspired by the people you love and everything that you love in your heart and your own soul. So then, so many cards. I want to start first with empowered service and sacred ecosystem. Empowered service, and this is your blessing, you are coming to realize what you're being activated to do as a participant in the divine plan unfolding here as a collective on planet Earth. Your specific fractal of that plan, you're coming to know what that is. It's starting to become more clear to you. You're becoming empowered as a servant of the divine. And servant can have such a negative connotation, but it's like the whole idea that like our soul longs for a purpose, and that purpose is becoming clear to you, and that purpose is extremely high vibrational and is going to be positively affecting other people. And let's say you already have felt super clear on your purpose, but we're multidimensional. So maybe a new aspect of your purpose is becoming known to you, and maybe it's becoming clear to you, this is the thing that actually is the next level of what I have to offer and what I am being called to focus on right now. It's going to become so clear to you. And that is your part of the sacred ecosystem. And that is why this card following it is so beautiful, because you being activated in your divine service is going to bring you into contact with the souls that are part of the ecosystem of what you are offering. It's like your piece of the mandala is syncing up with pieces of a larger mandala. And this is love. This is community. This is people who understand you. This is people who share a mission that is cohesive and collaborative with yours, and together you guys are weaving this grid of light and of positive vibration. And so you are not doing it alone. Not only do you have so much etheric support, but you have so much real-time support here with all the other light workers who are here with you, helping to evolve in their own consciousness at the same time as uplifting the planet as a whole, and therefore all of existence as a whole. So this is a great gift, because it's what the soul always longs for, is having a purpose and then having connection. And these things are coming for you together in a greater way than ever before. And we also have the card Untamed. And this is a card of taking off any masks and embracing your true divine essence, because especially in the Aquarian age, our uniqueness is our superpower. And in the age previously to us, you know, this other pile got the Hierophant. It was so much about institutions and rules. That is how you are going to get to where you need to go. We did need to learn all of this first in a way, so that we could toss it all to the wayside and be untamed from a place of deep wisdom and authenticity, because this is going to be the next level of unfolding of your divinity and your raw, wild, divine expression. When I was reading about this card, it was saying that your raw authenticity is going to bring you raw grace, and that is going to be the greatest unfolding of your divine destiny. And what you really have to bring forth is when you take off that mask and you allow yourself to be seen and experienced for who you really are, because you have done so much clearing and evolving and crystallizing of your own consciousness, that the raw, untamed version of you is actually just this high vibrational divine expression of your authentic soul. Sometimes before we go on this journey of healing and clearing, what we think is like this untamed, raw, wild version of ourselves is actually just a lot of our subconscious thought forms. It's wounding and patterning that we picked up from past lives, from this life and our childhood and all of these things. But no, our true untamed expression is the crystal clarity of our own soul. And you have come far enough where you can take off the masks, because what is underneath is absolutely and completely divine, and that is your blessing. It's time, and that is in and of itself going to bring you the best blessings ever, because it is going to only further awaken your empowered service, and it's going to help you find and come into contact with your deepest soul tribe. Okay, and then we have the spirit of the Guru Mother. And this comes up when there might be something that you're questioning what you are meant to do. You're wondering where to be putting your attention. You might be like receiving a message about something, but you're not quite sure you're interpreting the intuition or the divine guidance correctly. And this is bringing you the blessing of clarity. It's bringing you the spirit of the Guru Mother, which is the spirit of absolute direct clarity. And you definitely want to ask for this. And I would even say thank you, Goddess Durga and Hematite, for bringing forth a spirit of divine clarity, so I know exactly how to act, what to do, what I'm being called to do. And when you receive that clarity, you don't always have to accept the task that comes to you from the divine if you don't want to. It's your free will. But when you get that clarity, you can make the choice. The clarity is going to come through, and because it's in the blessings, I would say that you taking action on whatever comes through, whatever task that you're brought, is going to bring in massive blessings for you. And it's going to be part of your empowered service as part of the sacred ecosystem. And it's going to be in alignment with your untamed soul essence. So that's your message. Celebrate. Let it inspire your vision. Keep going, continue on. You are a spiritual warrior, and your untamed, raw, authentic soul essence is being empowered to fully step in to your divine service. Connect with souls of similar frequency, soul family, and receive clarity of your next task. And if you're receiving tasks, it's because the divine has confidence in you to be somebody who can receive that task and accomplish that task. And what's so cool about that kind of thing is when you accept it and you're like, I received the download, I am going to be a vessel of fulfillment for this that wants to come through on the planet, because or else it just like will bop to another soul. When you do that, greater and greater things will start to come in. It's not like a one and done. It's like you do that, you change your own matrix, spin your own wheel of destiny, and you keep continuing to expand and have greater and greater experiences that all happen as a branch off of you accepting that one jump, that one expansion point past your level of comfortability, and everything changes because of that one choice point. So it's a beautiful divine unfolding, and I wish you great joy and ecstasy in its ever unfolding fulfillment. Okay, so you get a little message from the Oracle pen. It's just like a little fun advice. Okay, pile 3. Oh, wow. Did I even spin it? Okay, group 1 got this too. Step by step. Step by step. So that makes sense because you've built a lot and you're going to keep going. And you are stepping into your sacred service and you're weaving this ecosystem. So step by step. Same with taking off your mask. You don't have to randomly be totally yourself after one day. Baby steps, whatever, you know? As long as the ball is moving, you're evolving, you're changing. It's beautiful. Good job. I see you. I love you. See you next week. The collective message for this week is 4 of completion, which is crazy because group 3 also got 4 of Wands, which is basically 4 of completion. So everybody who's watching this reading, you get to stop and you get to celebrate how far you've come and all that you've built and all that you've created, because you've laid a powerful foundation, and you're going to keep going because there's a lot more to build. But you have done an excellent job with the foundation, and a foundation has been built, and that is almost like the most important part of any endeavor, any creation, is the foundation that you built. So the advice, the blessing, is to stop and celebrate with the people that you love, with the people who share this foundation with you, because the more celebratory energy and like love vibrationally that is overlaid into this foundation by taking the time to celebrate with your people, the more beautiful this like final creation is going to be, because that vibrational energy is infused into the creation. And you're also going to, it also, like, I'm just seeing like the sage on this card here, taking the time to celebrate, be in the heart space and be in the gratitude for everything that you've done and what's transpired, actually cleanses the energy of everything that you created, up-leveling its frequency as you continue on the journey. That's why we want to stop and we want to like clock our wins. We want to like see what we're grateful for. It literally shifts the frequency and allows us to keep building upon a pure, high vibrational base. Every single layer we get to, it's good to do that. So congratulations, you've earned it. And that's the collective message. Love you. See you next week. Wait, let's do a collective pen click. Okay. Message for the collective. Slowly and surely. Slowly and surely. So you've done the foundation. Enjoy it, celebrate. And slowly and surely, you'll be in a crystal castle up in the sky with many, 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 many rooms, infinity pools, cold plunges, home gym, home theater, food forest. That's all I got.